the first season and the second season. And
okay, let's see if this thing is streaming. This is Dave.
So hopefully I like this one.
It's I'm watching. This is my What's Up Dave stream where I just catch up with my friends on the internet. And I haven't been doing these regularly for a while, but I'm thinking about doing that for this coming month until October 10. Today happens to be September 9. It's his Groundhog Day Resolutions Day. This is when I review what I got done the last month and compare it to my goals and so forth. And this last month has been one in which I haven't been trying very hard to be, how would I say it? I haven't been particularly tied to the idea of being productive. I've been letting myself float. I haven't been doing hard scheduling. I've just been maintaining very simple lists. And I think there were some interesting conversations in our virtual co-working chat room over on Discord where people were sharing some of their experiences about how they judged work, what they considered a good day of work. We were also talking about some of our entrepreneurial things, like, how are we going to convert our, well, I guess one way to put it, how to have some sort of business in which we doesn't become our lives, but help support the lives that we want to have. The kind of thing that people like Tim Ferriss talk about. The idea that, and also the ideas that come out of like places like Patreon. I was rewatching some of the Jack Conte videos and taking a look at that. But right now, what I'm looking at right now is actually something that someone else, Jackie in the chat room, mentioned. There is this kind of planner scene that I was not aware about. And so I guess there's stickers. So I'm watching this one here. Let me turn the sound on. So I guess the way it works is that you can buy these sticker sheets on Etsy or some elsewhere, and then you decorate your plan for the week. So there's this whole series of different videos called Plan My Week. And I'm just kind of mesmerized by it. I mean, I've never thought about planning in this way. I'm kind of distracted by how great everyone's nails look. I've been getting into like just playing around with this kind of stuff to see if I liked it. But all of these, like, there's different people who do this. And it's stickers, stickers, stickers. Planners, planners, planners. I mean, I'm not sure. This is like, it's like blocking things out. I find it mystifying. So I guess there are some to-dos. And so there's like a combination of scrapbooking. You take like an ordinary looking planner. This is another 3 morning, afternoon, evening kind of layout. So these are nice planners. These correspond somewhat to the way I organize my day with the ETPs, but it's far more colorful. It's fascinating. Like, this is a whole area that I might want to dive into and start designing for. But there's a lot of these things on YouTube, and I guess there's a certain demographic associated with it. People who like to make fancy planners. Anyway, I'm kind of mesmerized by this whole thing. It's pretty interesting. So anyway, what's up, Dave? What's up with me? This is, I am going to do a separate stream on my Groundhog Day resolutions, and I'll go through the process of showing how I review the month and put together directives for following the next month. Although I didn't really do it this past month. What's going on? So I've been kind of feeling a bit kind of out of sorts. I have not been feeling like my goals or my tasks are really contributing to my quality of life right now. But Roger in the chat room says something interesting, like about, well, he mentioned something about things coming to an end. And I realized that one of the things that's been weighing on me a lot is that a lot of my ongoing projects don't seem to have an end. And I think this is weighing on me. So one thing I'm deciding to do is just close a bunch of things off. And also what I want to do for this coming month up until October 10 again, which is the next Groundhog Day Resolutions review, is to just change up my system. So I'm going to go back to a regular What's Up Dave morning stream. And I might do that around, let's say, 9 or 10 o'clock. I haven't decided yet. Work this out this weekend. And just sort of commit to that. And then also the other big thing is just to close off some of my existing... Oops, let me turn off the browser here. To close some of my existing projects as much as possible. So I don't have as many things like kicking around my head. Because it's been kind of draining to have all these unfulfilled, like, should do someday things. So just chopping off that stuff, dropping it. They're probably not that important. What's important now is to get some of this, entrepreneurial support stuff going, to get my website back up in a shape that I'm happy with. My current website is still very much a blog style website, and I want to turn it more into a research notebook, open research notebook format, and follow different threads of projects. Cat's down here. So, okay, so that's what's going on with me this week. There's a few things for show and tell. I should have just started with that. I got this. Look at a split view. Oh, great. Am I on this wrong page? I really need to fix that. So, this. This is a seat. There's a group meeting that I go to that's every 2 weeks. And every time I get there, it's way too late, and there's no chairs left. So it occurred to me that maybe I could just get something to sit on and bring it with me, like a camp stool. So one of the ones I got was this thing. This is a camp stool monopod, and the wrapper here is a. Let's see if I can adjust this a bit better. Cat is annoyed. So this, see this cat? So it's the wrapper for the tools is the actual seat, and it's got instructions printed on it. And then this thing rolls back up so you can kind of tuck it out of the way. Nice. See if I can get that, put it in there. Just jam it in here, just so it doesn't stick out. You can zip it shut. And then this part, this kind of opens up like a modern tent. Put this on the cat for a moment. And you can see like it's got these tines. And how it works. There's an elastic bungee thing that's here. This goes like this. And then you take this part, and there's one of these is longer. This is the longer one. Yeah, it's a good idea, Cat. You want to get out of the way. And you can string it into, I don't know if you can see this, but there is a place where on each of the corners where you can put in the stick. And it's under quite a little bit of tension. So you got to put that down, and then you've got to leverage it on a surface that is hopefully, ideally cat-free. And then you just kind of flex it in there somehow. Shit, I haven't tried very much yet. This is maybe the bad part of it. How do you do this? Yeah. So this is the one weakness, I think, of this design. Yeah, the cat's finally left. My arms are like kind of hurting these days too, so I don't have the arm strength that I should have. Probably gonna put my eye out. There's instructions on this that say how to do this. So I'm saying, assemble the chair by inserting the longest seat support in the pocket opposite the zip. Lay a unit down on the ground so it rests on the long support for leverage needed to flex the remaining seat things in. So I don't know what they mean by leverage. Maybe they mean to go something like this. Although this is not working. Clearly. Maybe you need to do both legs down. Okay, so you're just going to have to force it in. Put both the legs down and feel free to push them as hard as possible. The only problem is like these cup things, they tend to collapse on themselves. So it's not so great. A little tag might have been nice in the corner. So anyway, I finally got the seat on. That was a pain in the ass. And then you can adjust it to different lengths by pulling it down. And there's like a locking thing here. So right here, there's like a locking thing, but there's still two positions, so you can like actually open it up so it's a little bit longer. And I have another one of these chairs. It's a lot easier to put together. It's but one issue I had was like this length is usually shorter on those kind of chairs. And so I found like sitting in it last time, it wasn't very comfortable, like for more than 60 minutes. So I'm wondering if this, even though it's a monopod, I mean, there might be some advantages to this. I don't know. Let me move back over here. So one of the advantages is since it moves around a bit, maybe it's a little bit better for my back, or if it'll keep me moving around. And also, I don't think it might not pinch as much. You can see what's going on here. On the other hand, I might fall over and kill myself. But, I don't know. I mean, I could see myself, it might be good for my core too. I don't know, I feel a little bit, it feels a little bit unstable to me. I'm not sure I like it. But it's kind of a cool design. It's more comfortable in the seat, certainly. So actually, let me go get the other one. It's in the car, so let me try this new slate here. It seems to be broken again, because I'm on the wrong stupid thing again. So all right, so I'll be right back. I'm not sure if the microphone cut out, but I'm going to go to my car and get the other seat. So I'm heading out, talking. If I cut out, someone type something in the chat room if anyone's there. This microphone should be good for, I think, like 100 feet, 300 feet, depending on who you're talking to. I'll be amazed if it works though. So looking at my car, trying to find this thing. That's much bigger than close this thing up. Going back into the house. Back in. Hopefully the microphone is still working. One of the reasons I got this thing is so I could roam around and do stuff. So here's the other one. See, do we have audio? Just check. It seems like the levels are kind of dim. Test. Maybe I'm just talking quietly. Anyway, so this is the other one, and it's kind of the same. Here's the one I was playing with. Let's put this over here for the time being. This one is much more straightforward. So this is held together here with just some Velcro, and it just kind of comes apart like this, and it's done. And there's a carrying strap with this too. To compare the seats, you see, like this one is considerably bigger. This is the monopod. This is the regular one, so it's a little bit bigger, and also. Well, this one's under much more tension, whereas this one does not really have it as much. Actually, I guess it's pretty big, but the way the seat design is like these side things, these poles here. Give it a shot of that. So this is where the pole is coming up on the end, and it tends to stick into your butt a lot more, especially at the front. Whereas this one has less of that happening. It's still there, but I think it's like at least like another inch or so. But anyway, let's compare how this sits. So that's point over there. And you can also compare the heights. This one's set at the 20-inch height. It's a little bit higher, And actually that might make a big difference with comfort. So let's see. This is the original traveler seat since 1994. This is the front. And it's comfortable enough. I mean, like, my legs started getting like sore after an hour. Like, it's a little low too. I'm not that tall either, and so this is low for me. So I'm gonna try this one next. It's harder to put together, but on the plus side, it's much more compact to pack up. This one I just worried on folding. I just need to make sure I'm sitting well, and maybe the movement will be better for keeping circulation in my legs, so long as I don't try to do anything tricky with it. So that's the exciting gear portion of today. There's actually a lot more stuff. It's been a while since I've done a What's Up Dave, so there's considerable more things to talk about. Let me just put this thing back together, and I will put this into the car, maybe just as is, so I don't have to assemble it again. Yeah, I guess that would work. This is pretty cool. I kind of like the cleverness of it. I wish the mechanism to put together was a little bit easier for me to handle, but maybe it'll loosen up in time. Let me put this aside. Another show and tell thing is I got a new lamp, which is this. You can see it. It's an architect's lamp, and if you might recall, if you've watched this before, that I was having this kind of lighting issue in this room. So this is the box for the lamp. It's something I got off of Amazon. It was $98, and it's a LED diffusion desk lamp. It has different color temperatures, which is nice, 6 brightness levels. It's loaded with a bunch of UV LEDs, and it has a nice aluminum design. So I don't know if this is even going to show up, but you can see it maybe here. It's connected to that desk over there. And so the idea with this is like I can just on there, and I can light up the bottom of the desk, and it does a pretty good job. It's nice. It's provides enough light. Here's the dimming control up here, so I can you run your fingers up there, and it's a touch color. It goes to the brightness. This adjusts the color temperature. You can see it turning redder, a little bit whiter, a little bit whiter, a little bit now more on the blue end. 2, 3. Okay, so it has like 4 color temperatures. So this is 3200, 4200, 5200, and 6200, which is very blue. So I want it like that one. So it's not tremendously bright, but it's actually bright enough to light up this desk area in a way so I can actually work here, in which I couldn't really do before. And so that's a big improvement compared to these other indirect lights I had, which I'll turn on right now. So this lights up the living room somewhat. You can see that I have there are spots that are hidden in the corners. The one's there, and one's over there, and plus that additional light. And it bounces off the ceiling up here, and then illuminates the entire area. So if you compare, let me turn this off. So it's daytime now, so it's not as dramatic a difference, but so this is when everything's off. It's fine. It's kind of all indirect lighting. I only have windows on the ends of my house here because I'm in a townhouse style condo. When I turn this on, kind of more evenly illuminated, but it's not really bright and focused. And then when I turn on this thing, then I get more of a nice even color that's over here. And I don't find I'm not even really needing this light anymore, so I actually might relocate those cans to the back of the room, which doesn't get very much light at all. And that might be an overall better solution. So that's with that. What else is going on? I think I have one last thing to talk about. I should stop using this computer. Or I should disable that. So What else is for show and tell? I did get this. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, complete BBC radio series. If you have not heard the original BBC radio series, you are missing out. This is one of my. This was the original format for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I didn't realize at the time, but this was shipped from the UK. I got this on Amazon. It's allegedly the complete series. Like the first, I think it was like 12 episodes in 1980. Which is when I actually heard it on the radio for the first time. It was kind of mind-blowing. This was before the book even came out. But there were like 4 other ones I've never heard, or 3 other ones. The tertiary phase, the quandary phase, and the quintessential phase. So I've never heard these radio shows before. This should be great for going to the gym. I think that's it for now. There's other things that are going on. But I don't want to make these things too long. This is like really just kind of a catch-up to get back into the flow of doing these and figuring out what the next phase is going to be for these What's Up Daves. And in general, my overall enterprise of putting together some kind of weird creative community that suits my own proclivities to do whatever that is. I've been trying to figure it out for like over 10 years, so I think it's time to just set some definitions down and just kind of push harder on those and see where those go. So hope some of you follow along. I know that what I'm doing isn't to everyone's taste, but that's fine. You know, there's a few people like me out there, I'm sure, who are interested in the same stuff, and we'll figure it out. So thanks for watching, and I will get back to you later. Oh, I can do this. Doink.